You ready to get your morning started off right? Let's get started. Hey guys, this is Spencer with Trash Panda Keto Kitchen. This morning we're going to be talking about one of the more popular coffees on the internet with the keto diet, and that's Bulletproof coffee. Designed back in 2009 by a gentleman named David Asprey. This is one of the recipes that you will see on the internet all over the place. There are 1,000 varieties of this coffee around. I'm going to show you the way I make it, and it's quite honestly, to me, it's the simplest way to make it. Remember, we're going to talk real keto for real people, and then at the end of the video, we're going to have real talk. So make sure you stick around. And do me a favor, also smash that subscribe button and give me a like or a thumbs up if you enjoy these type videos. We're going to continue to build on recipes so that for us new to the keto diet, we have a better chance of success. And so this is definitely one of them. So on this particular recipe, I am going to do this video unedited. I'm not going to stop. So if there's any mistakes, if I mess this up a little bit, hey, leave me alone. I'm going to do this video unedited because what I want you to see is that something like this is really simple. You don't need blenders. You don't need KitchenAid appliances. You don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You really need just a $10 frother. Once you buy it, it runs off AA batteries. It stays forever. You need a coffee cup. You need a vessel to put it in, some cream, MCT oil, butter, a little bit of flavor, and you're done. It literally takes less than probably a minute to do it. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and start with our butter. The three main ingredients you're going to need for any Bulletproof coffee is going to be butter. I use this version. It's pasture-raised sea salted butter. You can go without the sea salt, but I'm going to go with 1 tablespoon of this butter, which is going to equal about 12 grams of fat. The other portion, the next piece, is going to be heavy whipping cream. Now this version that I get is about 6 grams of fat for every tablespoon. Keep in mind, if you want to up your fat just a little bit, you can add a little bit extra cream if you want it, a little bit more creamy. I like 2 tablespoons in there, but we're going to show you for 1, and that's the heavy whipping cream. The third thing, lastly, we're going to go with a tablespoon of MCT oil. Now the MCT oil is 100% coconut sourced. It's got MCT oils in it. It's really good for getting a little boost of energy in the morning. 1 tablespoon of this is about 14 grams. And so 1 tablespoon of MCT oil, 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, and 1 tablespoon of butter is going to equal out to about 257 calories. But you're going to start your day off right with about 32 grams of fat. Now, like I said, I like to put 2 in, and so that starts my day off with 307 calories, right at about 38, rounded up to 40 grams of fat. That's important to me because I need 143 grams of fat on my keto journey to reach that 75% marker. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to put in a tablespoon of butter. Pretty simple, 1 tablespoon. Now, one of the things I like to do, keep a Tupperware bowl next to your coffee pot somewhere in there. Put a stick of butter in there. That way it's already kind of room temperature and it's already somewhat melted. So we'll put that in. We'll go ahead and put our 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream. And then we are going to put in our 1 tablespoon of MCT oil. We are going to throw our coffee in. And then we're going to take our handy dandy frother. Now this thing is absolutely critical that you get this. It doesn't taste the same if you whisk it or if you just stir it with a fork. It gets really messy if you want to take out a blender and start putting it in a blender. What I have found is that this little thing from Amazon, and I'll put it in the link, is a great way to get it started. So put it on in there and let's just froth it up for maybe 20 seconds at the most. Now, one of the things you can also do, you can already see it's pretty much done. Now, if you want to get it a little frothier, it's not a big deal. Raise it up a little bit, and it's going to froth it up. You got a cup of coffee. That's it. So now, you can do one of 2 things. You can drink it out of this if you want to save a little bit of dishwasher space and you get tired of unloading the dishwasher. Or you can do like I do, I put it in my Gene Simmons approved Kiss Concert coffee mug, where all proceeds go directly to Gene Simmons, because you know that's what he wants. And so let's put it on in here, and I'll tell you what, that is it. Now you have one other option that you can do. This is going to be sweet enough with the cream in there, but if you want, go ahead and put in a little bit of stevia, and that will actually sweeten it up a little bit more. And I'll tell you, it seems odd when you first start. Butter and coffee. I got wrapped around this for a while, and I wasn't really sure if it was going to be something that I would personally drink, because I couldn't get over the concept of putting something like an oil, a coconut oil, into the coffee, and I couldn't get wrapped around putting butter in my coffee. I'm a coffee guy. I drink my coffee black. I have for years and years, and I just never really thought that putting any kind of like a butter into my coffee would work. Let me tell you this, my wife does not drink coffee. She's never drank coffee in the entire time I've known her. I've known her since the mid-'80s. I want to date myself a little bit, but she has never drank coffee. On the Bulletproof coffee, I make her a cup every morning. It's that good. It really takes away the coffee taste if you're not a coffee kind of person, and it really gets your day started off right with a little bit of energy with the MCT oils and the fats that you're going to end up getting from this drink. The other thing you can do, I went out and bought this sugar-free French vanilla. No sugar, no carbs. You can put a teaspoon in, and it'll give you a little bit of that French vanilla. Be careful not to put too much of this in with stevia if that's what you choose to do, because it can get a little bit sweet. But guys, that's it. I told you this was going to be a short video. This is going to be easy. Now we're going to get Gene Simmons paid and drink a little bit out of our Kids Approved coffee mug. Stick around for the real talk. All right, guys, welcome back. So this portion of the video, real people, real keto, real talk. This is where we talk real about what we're going to find on the internet and what I do to be successful in the keto diet, and how I kind of stay on track, and how we kind of keep moving forward. So the recipe we made this morning, all over the internet. You're going to see thousands of recipes for this thing, thousands of variations. Don't be afraid to mix it up. You want to throw a little bit of cinnamon in there? Throw some cinnamon in there. You want to put a little bit of that vanilla extract in there? Throw it in there. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to kill you. Put a little bit of flavor in there and make it your own. One of the things I have found is that as we kind of move forward on the journey, we kind of revise a lot of things, and our taste buds are changing, and we are really starting to look at food in a little bit of a different way. So for me, and what you're going to find on the keto diet is you have macros that you got to really pay attention to. And so for us, it's 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. And my total calorie count for the day, if I were perfect, would be 1,840 calories, 1,840. So for me, that equals out to 143 fat, 115 protein, and about 23 carbs. It's where I'm at. I have no problem staying within my carb range. I have zero problem hitting my proteins. You're hitting your heavy meats, you're hitting your chicken breast instead of chicken thighs. You're going to hit your protein mark pretty quick. The one thing I've always had a problem with is getting into my fat content and really starting the day off right. And so what I have found is that going with something like a Bulletproof coffee almost gives me a jump start. 38 grams, 40 grams, that means I've got to have about 100 fat left for the day, and that's easily achievable. For lunch, you end up having something like a couple fried eggs, put a little butter with it, maybe some bacon. I end up doing some chicken thighs left over, leave the skins on them because I get the extra fat from there. And then when I get ready to go into dinner, I have got I'm well within my realm of the macros. And I can tell you, so, for this, it's going to break your intermittent fasting because it's going to come out to about 257 calories. We talked about that a little earlier. For the 2 tablespoons of whipping cream, you're talking about 300 calories total. And so I've still got another 1,500 calories that I can play with through the day. And trust me, I don't know that I kind of struggle to hit that at times, because the way you're eating and the way you view food as you move on is going to change. Trust me on that. I can tell you that I started at 240 pounds. This morning I weighed in at 198. It works. You got to stick with it though. And this is a great way to start. Don't replace your coffee. Rethink your coffee. And you're going to find out on the keto journey, especially once you begin the journey, so much information out there. It's going to be information overload. And man, I sympathize. I still get on YouTube every day and I look up recipes. I look up for different ways to do things. I look up for different ways that I can enjoy the things that I used to do, but only now. What can I do to give me an advantage? And so take a look at this recipe, invest the $10 or so in the frother, and let's get started. Good luck on your journey. I tell you what, I'm excited. I hope everybody can kind of stick around with these videos. If you have any suggestions on some things you want to see cooked or some things that you want to see replaced, leave a comment below and let's make this a community effort. We're here together for this journey. So until tomorrow, enjoy your Bulletproof coffee. We'll talk again.